Hi, good morning children. Welcome back to this video. Positive energy inspires others' confidence. Listen, attitude is a little thing that makes big difference. Our expectations, our environment created by our own attitude. Do you know? Success consists of 80 percentage 80% attitude and 20 percentage skill. So here skill plays minor role only, but there is an importance for this attitude. We always remember, help others to believe they can. Yes, my dear children, you can. Okay, come back to this topic. The topics to be covered in this session are gamete transfer, fertilization and post-fertilization. In the previous class, we have studied the three important events of sexual reproduction are pre-fertilization, fertilization and post-fertilization. Then while talking about the pre-fertilization events, the two important processes are, one is gametogenesis and gamete transfer. Gametogenesis, we have studied about that gametogenesis. So now you listen, what is gamete transfer? Transfer of gamete. Yes, that process is known as gamete transfer. Then what is the purpose of transfer? Yes, it is for fertilization. Usually, while considering all organisms, among the most of organisms, male gamete is motile while female gamete is stationary. But in the case of algae and fungi, both are motile. So that what is the significance, what is the merit then? Here, there, the medium of transfer is water and that is easy for fertilization. Then, in the case of angiosperms, in the case of flowering plants, there is a special phenomenon called pollination. Pollination enables the transfer of gametes. Pollen grains consist of male gametes. These male gametes carried during the process pollination. Now do you remember what is pollination? Pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from stamen to the stigma of a flower. So during that transfer, gametes are also transferred. There is a chance for fertilization. So that's all about gamete transfer. Next, what is fertilization? What is the other name of fertilization? It is otherwise known as syngamy. Fertilization is the process by which male gamete fuses with the female gamete so that zygote is produced. This is known as fertilization. Here, the ploidy, the male gamete and female gamete, that is haploid. Here it is diploid. This also we should remember always. Then, here there are some exceptions named by the process parthenogenesis. Do you know what is parthenogenesis? Yes, it is similar to the term parthenocarpy. I will explain what is it. Parthenocarpy. First of all, we are going to study about parthenogenesis. What is parthenogenesis? Female gametes gives rise to new offsprings without fertilization. That is known as parthenogenesis. Example for parthenogenesis, some organisms like rotifers, honeybee, honeybee, some lizards are the example for parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis is nothing but the female gamete gives rise to new organisms without fertilization. Then another term, while talking about the parthenogenesis, automatically we reach to parthenocarpy. So what is parthenocarpy? Parthenocarpy is taking place in the case of plants. Formation of fruits without fertilization is known as parthenocarpy. Example, banana, pineapple, grapes, etc. In the case of banana, the seeds are sterile. They do not grow into new plant. Instead of that, we use rhizomes for cultivation. So the process of formation of fruits without fertilization is known as parthenocarpy. The formation of female gamete into new offspring without fertilization is known as parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis example rotifers, honeybee, lizards, etc. Then rotifers means smaller animals. And then fertilization takes place outside the body. In some organisms, fertilization takes place outside the body. In some organisms, the fertilization takes place inside the body. Based on that, they are divided into two: external fertilization and internal fertilization. So first of all, we can study about what is external fertilization. Fusion of male and female gamete takes place outside the body. Can you give some examples? Some fishes and amphibians are the examples of external fertilization. Then what is the demerit? Is there any disadvantage? Can you find out? Fertilization is taking place outside the body. Zygote is produced outside the body. Is there any demerit or disadvantage? Yes, of course, the destruction of the zygote or embryo. That means due to external fertilization, there is a chance for the destruction of the zygote or destruction of the embryo. They are extremely vulnerable to predators threatening their survival up to the adult. Then next is internal fertilization. Internal fertilization. Second one is internal fertilization. Here, fusion of male and female gamete takes place inside the body of organism. Yes, fungi, bryophytes, pteridophytes, angiosperms and gymnosperms. The internal fertilization takes place among them. Then, what about post-fertilization? Post-fertilization, from this word, it is clear, post means after. After fertilization, what happens? After fertilization, the formation of embryo. Okay, here there are two important processes. First one is the zygote. The zygote. And the second one is embryogenesis. Embryogenesis. What is zygote? The first formed cell after fertilization is zygote. Once we all were zygote. Imagine, from that zygote, embryo developed. From the embryo, baby developed. From there, with a lot of modifications, an adult developed. So, the zygote is the vital link that ensures continuity of the species. Then, among this zygote, different types of cell division and cell differentiation took place so that embryo is produced. So, what is embryo? Embryogenesis. Embryogenesis is the process by which the formation of embryo. It consists of two processes. One is cell division and the second one is cell differentiation. Then cell division helps to increase the number of cells. Then cell differentiation helps to develop tissues and organs so that an embryo produced. Based on the way of formation of embryo, that means outside or inside the body, there are two types of organisms. They are oviparous and viviparous. Oviparous means egg-laying organisms. Viviparous means the organism which give birth to new organisms. You all know different examples. Then children, what about the plants? What happened to the plants after fertilization? Fusion of male gamete and female gamete. Male gamete is present inside the pollen grain and female gamete is present inside the embryo sac. Then, during fertilization or after fertilization, zygote develop. From the zygote, embryo develop. This embryo is known as the baby plant. Then, after fertilization, formation of fruit takes place. So, how fruit and seed also developed after fertilization? Which part of the plant or which part of the flower gives rise to this fruit and seed? Actually, the embryo is present inside the seed. From the seed, embryo developed, then embryo is known as the baby plant, then that gives rise to new plant. So that we should know which part of the flower gives rise to fruit and seed. See, after fertilization, ovary of the flower gives rise to fruit and ovule of the flower gives rise to seed. Then all these are enclosed by an envelope or envelope of the fruit that is known as pericarp. Pericarp is the envelope of the fruit. So this pericarp is differentiated into epicarp, mesocarp, endocarp and so on. In the case of the fruit mango, which portion of the pericarp is edible? Do you know? That is mesocarp. What about the coconut? Epicarp, mesocarp, endocarp. All these are all these edible? The fruit to all is known as the pericarp. No, all these are not edible. All these parts, epicarp that is green portion and mesocarp is the fibrous part and endocarp is the shell, coconut shell. All these are not edible. Then which portion is edible in the case of coconut? In the case of coconut, endosperm is edible. There, liquid endosperm is there. Solid endosperm also present. Both these are edible. So, while summarizing the topic, what are things you studied today? Can you say which are they? Starting with the gamete transfer, fertilization and post-fertilization events. Okay students, thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much.